Hello everyone, this is Singy from the Sanctum of the Soul, and I am so excited today because I finally got the Starman Tarot in my paws, and I've been waiting for quite a while to get this, deliberating between whether or not it's, a bit too psychedelic for me, but then I made that decision to order it, and yeah, some decisions you just make and you're like, oh, I did the right thing. So it is here, finally. And just look at how gorgeous the box is. Oh, my goodness. Look at the iconic thunderbolt. And it's in pink. Oh, just look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we've got these. I haven't actually read it, but I have done an unboxing. So basically I unbox my decks and other purchases on video. So in case of any disputes, any damages, you've caught it on camera. You didn't. It wasn't your fault that there was a defect, and then in case of any claims or disputes that you have, it's easier to do it because you have the proof. Not that I've had any problems in the past, even without the video. But I think it's a good, just cover your ass. But yeah. Let's get to opening this. So, in case you haven't known, you don't already know, the Starman Tarot is based on artworks created for the late great David Bowie. Honestly, I haven't really been, a huge fan of David Bowie, but I do really love a few of his songs. Yeah, the iconic ones like Fashion and Changes, Cat People. Anyway, so let's get to it. It's so exciting. I have actually opened the box already, as I've mentioned. Look at the flames. Oh, gorgeous. And how artistic is that? So I have opened the box already. In the unboxing, and I flipped through all the cards, but I haven't actually looked at it properly because I was just checking for damages. So it comes up in a sliding box like that, and the box itself is really great. And the smell of new books. Perhaps the only thing better than that is the smell of old books. So yes, here we've got the book. It's in this weird cardboard-ish cover, which I'm not particularly fond of because I think it's not flexible and that's not very useful. Yeah, we've got the acknowledgments. Oh, look at that. So we've got some of the explanations on how the artwork came about. Apparently they got inspiration from the Kitsugi patterns. And the alien calligraphy, which was probably the brainchild of the artist. And we've got the history of tarot, the old tarot looking cards, unlocking the card meanings. So it seems to be catered to people who are new to tarot, and I guess because David Bowie's name is on it, so it kind of opens to a bigger market than just practitioners and readers and hobbyists. So in a way, I guess this is great. It gets people to, you know, start exploring tarot and the wealth of information that you can get from tarot, the advice. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, some words of caution might be great. The tarot is wonderful. It's something that you can have fun with, but at the same time, if you place too much, you know, emphasis on tarot readings, rather than, you know, real world advice and practical considerations, especially when you're an amateur reader whose readings might not be the best, then that is going to be a problem. And I don't want to dampen the mood by, like, you know, going into that right away, but I think that is a danger that we should be considering. Oh yes, this is by Lo Scarabeo. Don't know how to pronounce it. It's probably in Italian. And we've got, look at how many symbols there are in just this one image. Right. So we've got full colored images of every card. Some of them are full page, seemingly at random, I think. Yeah, we've got the card meanings here, and we have the reversed meanings as well, so this is perfect for everyone. I personally might be tempted to read this, especially if some of the images are especially psychedelic and I'm not sure what they mean, but from what I've seen so far, it shouldn't be too hard to read, because they still do follow the RWS kind of convention. So yeah, let's just get to the cards. The cards comes with this ribbon that helps you take the cards out easily. Great. What I don't like is, you know, for a deck that's seemingly this well made, with such great quality, it's this flimsy black, you know, really thin kind of cardboard holding the cards in not really the most confidence inspiring piece of containment. Well, what am I talking about? Packaging, basically. And the cards are quite thick, so they kind of spill a bit out, and I'm not sure if it's going to, you know, spill out or not, because the book kind of fits quite snugly, so I might have to, you know, bring it out or like shake it a bit just to see if it comes out, because if it does, then it might be a problem. I might have to place a piece of paper on, you know, between the cards and the book just to kind of thicken it a bit. So we've got this beautiful Starman Tarot, and it comes in two colors. So we've got the Artists Inspired by David Bowie. It's basically the same thing in two different colors. Yeah, so there was some damage here, and I think it was post-packaging probably, so thank goodness for this card, you know, protecting the full card. And at the back, we've got this generic Lo Scarabeo kind of advertisement. So yes, so the card stock is okay. It's not the best I've seen, and I mean, it's typical for, you know, this publisher. So it's kind of flimsy, and in Singapore we are a bit humid, so you know, in this weather the cards do tend to soften a bit. So I like thicker cards, but in, you know, temperate climates I think that's fine. And of course the promised alien script. Yeah, so you might notice that it's not symmetrical. So to me it's not really a problem, because when I do the cards, I don't really notice what the card backs look like. But this is interesting because you've got reversed meanings, so you're supposed to be able to do reversed cards, and a lot of people might find this an issue. I know a lot of people prefer symmetrical card backs if you're going to do reversed meanings. To me, that's fine, honestly. Over here, it's a bit rough. Feels like the cards don't really fit well together. You can see the colors like kind of bleeding out here. And you can see even on the flat surface, it's so uneven. So I don't know if this is supposed to add to the aesthetics of it. To me, it's not unpleasant, so if it is deliberately done, then well done. It adds another dimension to the design. But if it's a production issue, then that's unfortunate. And you know, Los Carabio isn't really known for card quality, let's just put it that way, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was just bad production. So when you shuffle it, it's going to feel a bit rough on the insides of the fingers because of how uneven the cards are. But I kind of really like how the electric colors are bleeding here. Really like that. I think it's very interesting aesthetic. Now on to the cards. So exciting. We've got the Sacred Clown instead of the Fool. When I first saw this card online, I thought it would be the Sun. But that's fine. That's fine. We've got all these traps, so he's sending in a perilous place barefoot. Oh, just look at how psychedelic the colors are. The symbols. The Starman, of course, this is on the cover of the book. Is this the book? The colors are even more vibrant than the book, for which I am very thankful. And it's the Starman. This is amazing. So I like that they've decided to rename some of the cards just to fit into the whole theme of David Bowie's legacy of sorts. Right, so we've got this High Priestess. So, I really like the whole range of colors in every card. Some people might not like it because you might think that, you know, you want certain cards to be more specialized. But to me, the Magician has always been this powerful entity that controls all the elements, so this is absolutely fine. We've got the Tree of Life, we've got the Crescent Moon, it's got so much going on. I think I'm going to like take an hour or something just to slowly look through every one of these cards. And I think if you are going to buy it, you should. There's so much detail in it. It's a waste not to. We had a waterfall of energy, again with the alien scripts. I'm not sure what this is, but it seems to feature a lot. But it's fine, I'll look it up later. And so you kind of have the two pillars as well, so it's kind of like the traditional one, and it's green instead of the usual black and white, so this reminds me of more of the Empress than anything, you know, the fertile kind of energy, but that's really fine. The Empress, which is red instead. Oh, but we've got the fetuses. She's sitting on symbols upon symbols. Oh, this is gorgeous. The Emperor. Gorgeous. Just look at the amount of detail. The symbols. I think that's the Sri Yantra. Oh man, and look at the books. So you know it's well read. Oh, amazing. And the elephant, just absolutely gorgeous as well. Lovers. Oh, this is definitely very Bowie. Symbols. You know, the angles of it give it this 3D look. It's very psychedelic. It feels like I'm on LSD or something. Which I think is, you know, it's the appeal of the deck. It's so much going on, so much color. Oh, it overloads the senses. Amazing. The Chariot. So you can probably tell right now that it is quite conventional. You've got the lions on the strength card, for example. Chariot. Oh man. So I am a bit short on time, so I'm going to do a really quick one. I'm not going to really go through all the symbols because there's just so much of it. So I'm going to point out what I think are interesting and what I like or don't like about it. Oh my goodness, the alien. This is amazing. Look at the cave, how it's like a door, and oh, is this a tiny figure? Oh man. I think this is really interesting for a hermit card, but you still got the cave, you still got the solitude kind of. That's a candle. Sorry. As I'm looking at a card through the phone camera, so sometimes I don't really pick up a lot of details. The wheel. Oh man. All the faces here. Justice, the heart and the brain. Oh, amazing. The Hanged Man. Absolutely incredible. So theatrical. Death. Oh, we've got orchids here, we've got a fetus again. Not sure what the orchid symbolizes. Is it rebirth? At first glance I thought it was a frangipani. That would make sense because that's the flower of death. Oh man. Love it so much. Temperance. Whoa. The devil. That's definitely very Bowie-esque. Oh man. They're like jackals with, I'm assuming that's Bowie's face. Doesn't really look like it, but the eye at the back. Amazing. The tower. Oh, I really love the destruction on the tower. I think that's, you know, essential for the meaning and the energy of the tower. You know, sudden devastating change, absolute change. The star, where, you know, life after the change. Oh wow. We've still got the water, and instead of just life-giving water, it's got life-giving energy as well. The moon. Oh man, I can't stop gushing over this deck. It's so amazing. The sun. Oh, And the many-handed goddess reminds me of one of the incarnations of Guan Yin, the thousand-handed Guan Yin. Judgment. And what's interesting is the moon seems to, the sun is a feminine presence instead of the usual either masculine or the baby child. Judgment. Oh. The world. Oh, we've got technology here. This is supposed to be the all-encompassing, energy. Oh, man, so that's the major arcana. Oh my god, that is amazing. I might have to cut the video a bit and then resume, like I did before. But for now, I think it's fine. Ace of Cups. We've suddenly moved on to a more milder, more comfortable kind of energy after the sensory overload, which is great. Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Oh man, so trippy. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. Oh, this is such an amazing way of portraying the Six of Cups. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. Got the golden ratio here. The 10 of Cups. Oh, I love that symbol. Love it. We've got the Princess of Cups. So instead of a page, it's a princess. And we've got the Prince of Cups. So I haven't seen the rest of it yet, but without reading the thing, it might take a while to figure out exactly what suit this is, because the cups aren't, immediately apparent. But I think that's what I like about it. It's not in your face, kind of. You've got so much opportunity to read what you can from the card image, from the card energy, rather than just following your intellectual kind of interpretations of the cards, which I really like. Queen of Cups. An Egyptian god here. Love that. Oh, wow. Oh, look, you've got like Zen structures, which is so trippy. You've got this peace and quiet, and it slowly goes into chaos. Oh, love it. The King of Cups. Oh man, love it, love it. And it looks like it's on an alien ship going into alien worlds. Oh, how amazing is that? Amazing. I love it so much. Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Standing on the infinity sign. Very traditional. Three of Pentacles. Some kind of acrobat jester. Got the amazing symbol at the back. Oh, Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Six of... oh my goodness. This is a guy with a lion, with a tiger for a head. Oh my goodness. And trees, oh my goodness. 7 pentacles. I love it. Oh my god. Just look at that. Oh my god. 9 of Pentacles. Oh. Love how it takes you to all these alien exotic worlds where they don't quite follow our laws of nature, our laws of physics. You've got, oh my goodness, just look at that. That's David Bowie. Ah my god. And you've got these luminous figures that you assume are like entities. Oh yes, so I was just with in a session with this amazing lady, Herington, and she's this amazing channel and friend of the Pleiadians, and they kind of appear like that, like luminous figures. So if you guys want to check her out, I will include her details in the description of the video. She's amazing. Like I have kind of reached out to that Pleiades on my own, but it was nowhere near as vivid as what she did. With her as a guide, you can just see so much more. You can experience so much more. You can take in so much more of that energy. It's amazing. You guys should definitely check her out. Princess of Pentacles. Oh man, I love it so much. Prince of Pentacles, look at that. So I love that in the suit of Pentacles, it seems like they all have these stumps for feet, which is really great. They're like groundedness. Oh man, this looks like one of his performance halls. Oh, and is that like a speaker? Oh my god. Oh man, DNA strands. Can't wait to work with this deck. I honestly cannot wait. King of Pentacles. Oh man. And I love that the figures, you can't really tell, like, are they Caucasian, are they Asian? You don't know, because they're supposed to be aliens, and I think it captures that so perfectly. It's supposed to be out of this world, and this is truly out of this world, and this is very similar to my typical energy. Oh man, I love it. So I'm assuming that this is going to be a bit more fiery, but it doesn't seem like it. So I guess it doesn't really follow your typical elements, but it does show the element, sort of. So I do think that it's really great that they're going, straying off from the traditional ones. At the same time, I would appreciate a bit more of the traditional stuff, simply because this is supposed to be catered to people who have never touched the tarot. So I would really like a bit more of that foundation. So if they do branch out into, as using this as a stepping stone into the world of oracle and tarot and esoteric kind of energy, culture, lifestyle, then that would be a healthy start. But at the same time, I do understand that convention is made by people. So I am kind of conflicted here. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop rambling here, but I can't really put into words what I'm actually feeling. Like, I really love this deck, but at the same time I would have liked something else, but yeah, never mind. But yes, I love that the fire symbol seems to be in one of those impossible triangles. Again, more trippiness. Love it. Three of Wands, very earthly kind of, but oh my goodness, look at all of that. It's so interdimensional. You're like staring into the gateway to another dimension, or like to multiple dimensions. It's so amazing. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So it seems like the wands have more buildings in it, which I would have expected from the pentacles, but that's fine, really. Oh my goodness, and look at this. It's like it's painted in the air, on thin air, literally. So amazing. And we captured the essence of the infighting. Oh man. Six of Wands. Oh, goodness gracious me. Seven of Wands. Again, defending off. Swords. Oh wow, look at that. It's like the Triskelay. We've got so many symbols everywhere. Eight of Wands. Oh. The energy of this card is phenomenal. Oh man. And it helps that, these are my usual colors, so. And we've got, a sneaky triangle here, fire symbol. Nine of Wands. We've got the show business hat here, it's amazing. And this is not the first time I've seen it in there. So, oh man. Ten of Wands, carrying way too much. It's weighing him down, it's dragging him down. So it's time to let go of that and ascend to God knows where, because is that David Bowie's face in the background? Oh my god. Oh wow, this is different. Kind of looks a bit like, the typical classical kind of makeup and the hair as well. You see it in the retro, the famous people who like to go for the retro look, like Paloma Faith and Lana Del Rey. We've got the eye here. Oh, this is great. Prince of Wands. We've got the androgynous prince here. Very early David Bowie, from that Ziggy Stardust era. Oh. Queen of Wands. Oh wow. Look at what does she have in her skirt? I have no idea. We've got the sunflower. So we still have that nod to, fire. She seems like she's got a furnace in her skirt. King of Wands. Oh man. And they might claim to have made the alien script up, but in terms of energy wise, this reminds me a lot of light language, language that's not taught but just innately learned. Oh man, I love it so much. Okay, on to the last suit. That's the Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. You see the split in the head. Intellectual choices. Three of Swords. Oh wow. Got this depressed looking person. Four of Swords. Oh my goodness, that's definitely Bowie again. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Oh wow. Oh, we've got that symbol again. My goodness. my goodness. And we've got the fetus again. 7 of Swords. Oh my goodness. And we've got the 8 of Swords. Sarcophagus with the sarcophagus. Oh, this is so amazing. And then we've got the 9 of Swords. Oh my god, I love this card. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my goodness. Amazing. And, I just realized that there's a bit of sharp roughness on the edge of the card. You can probably see it. Might have to maybe slightly remove it. I hope. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a city now. Oh my god. Oh my god, you've got a mirror image of the city. It's lovely. Prince of Swords. Again with the androgynous prince. I mean, it's obviously male, but still. The raven. Oh man. Queen of Swords. Oh man. Oh man. And the King of Swords. And there's a baboon of all things. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've got the book here. Right, so those are the cards. And like always, I am going to do a small reading for myself. As always, just to kind of show you how the card works in readings. So here we go, and it's so I've got some passion in mind that I would like to pursue. Is it going to be feasible for me? So as always, I am always listening to the cards, because I haven't shuffled it, so I'm doing this instead and shuffling until the cards tell me to stop. Sorry, Buddha, I'm gonna move you aside for a while. So for this reading, I'm not going to bother with the reversed. Sometimes you don't really need it. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. This is not chronological order, but so we've got Judgment. Yep. So I just realized under the light that it's not actually black, it's a deep brown. Look at deep maroon even. King of Wands. So yes, that is my passion. Princess of Cups. So okay. And then we've got the star. Oh, look at how amazing it just looks together. And then we've got the King of Cups. think I'm going to like move these just so I have more space so that it shows up on the camera properly. Yep. Six of Swords and the Five of Wands. So it does seem like I will have, you know, success in it because of, you know, how we've got being in tune with both passion and emotion, and of course Judgment and the Star. So all these seem to be quite good indications. However, we've got the Five of Wands at the bottom, which symbolizes fighting, conflict. To me, I feel like I have already experienced some of that. You know, in certain places where we're supposed to be more, shall we say, spiritual. I don't usually use that word because it's so generic. But yeah, so because of that, I kind of resonate a lot with this card, and there's always that conflict, like, do you share, do you overshare, do you not want to share? There's always that kind of concern and inner conflict, I guess. So what I like to do is listen to what Mother tells me, listen to what, you know, the energy is telling me, and react accordingly. And so yeah, so this card here seems to be talking about going somewhere that, you know, I might not have gone before. You know, we've got this alien visitor bringing me into places unknown, I guess. So I guess it is time to take the offer, time to, you know, take that step, which I think is a great reading, I guess. And I'm going to renew my efforts in reaching out to the community. So yeah, that's about it. So that's all for this video. Again, I'm going to give Herington's details in my description, as well as my Facebook page, my Instagram page. So do follow that. If you want, you know, give me a thumbs up if you really like the content, and subscribe if you want to see more of this. My channel is still growing. I'm not going to be focused entirely on cards. My previous video has been on crystal essences, so, you know, do staying tuned for more of that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you know, I strongly recommend this deck if you're into the psychedelic energy. I absolutely love it, and I look forward to working more with it. Maybe not with a client for the time being, but yeah. Thank you for watching. This is Thingy from the Sanctum of the Soul. Goodbye.